some people would say, why is it that it seems as though the church is always the last to make progress in the social arena, i.e., race relationship, just to name one of the areas?
You know, we tend to be very isolated, and we've been very private about our religion. I said to Pat on yesterday that one of the things that I think is really great about Christian television, it has given us a safe environment to watch each other and to find and to lose our inhibitions about each other and to say, oh, that's not as bad as I thought, or that's not as this as I thought. And we're coming together and we're healing each other. It is almost an embarrassment to the church that we still have terms like white churches and black churches, because that is actually theologically impossible. The church is neither black or white. It is
no male nor female,
male nor female, Greek nor
Gentile.
Jew. See, it transcends all barriers. It is its own ethnicity. We are a new creation in the earth, and that has not really been taught to us. We've been taught prosperity, we've been taught healing, we've been taught baptism in the Spirit, but we have not been taught the real identity of the church. And until we understand that, we won't be able to walk in that. The church will never be complete as long as we are divided. When devout men from every nation come together up under one anointing without dominating each other or manipulating each other, and allow me the privilege of being myself and expressing myself however I feel, then we can complement each other, and they can see our diversity and yet behold our unity, and they can say, how can these things be? And when they ask that question, we can say, it's only because of Jesus. Our answer is not in the White House, it's in the church house.